What was her name in Florida? The one that
She smothered her baby.
Casey Anthony?
Yeah.
No.
You riled her up.
Listen.
Are you pro Anthony?
This is her conspiracy theory, dude.
Well, wow. Okay. Well,
Anthony.
after
You think her dad did it or what?
Yes, I do think her dad did.
I think her dad did it too.
what?
Yeah. Dude, okay, so we watched the documentary on Peacock, to be fair.
Listen, every documentary has a side, right?
But
we
I
acknowledge.
love this story. It's wild because I have been talking about Casey Anthony on stage for like 2 years, and the documentary came out after I was already talking about her, and I was like,
perfect.
I'm going to make a bit out of this. And I got so excited, and I watched the documentary.
Wait, you said you were talking on stage about it, and then you decided you were going to make a bit about specifically the doc.
Well, just like more, that it had come out, and we learned more, and blah, blah, blah.
We did a riff mic, and it's called in LA, and it's called A Hill to Die On, and she chose to die on the hill of Casey Anthony.
Because that's a fucking hill.
Yeah.
And I remember,
That's a mountain.
I remember when
And
it
it's
happened,
divey.
everyone being
That's a
obsessed
cool
with the
idea.
story.
Yeah.
And I didn't think she did it then. And I don't know, I just loved her. And then the documentary came out, and it's one-sided, but it's kind of like, I don't know, it very much points to the fact that her dad is a pedophile.
Yeah.
And
So-
touched her whole life.
But I want her to defend Casey Anthony for you. I really do.
I do. I'm crazy interested because I've
Yeah.
listened to probably 17 things about it.
I love, do you remember when the story happened? Like, were you into it then?
Yeah.
Me too. And
I mean, I'm from Florida. So it was like the home.
Your
I'm
cousin,
from Tampa.
fucked her,
so
so
like
sold her
it's like
coke.
in our backyard.
Okay. So this is fun.
I also knew the types of
Yeah.
like ladies that would party that hard. Those photos, I was like, I could see myself in the background.
My sister has so many on these, like on the wall.
Yes. Yeah, or inside of a tiki hut somewhere while she flashed the camera.
It's the kind of town that the bathrooms just have photos up of tits in the like on the walls. I love those places.
You knew some rotten apples that probably fell off the Anthony tree.
Some naughty moms, dude.
Yeah.
Florida, that's
moms.
Yeah.
So
who put their baby out?
Is that the Florida state bird? Just naughty moms.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're. It's so funny.
Sorry.
No, it's
I think that's a very funny bird. I
There's-
just can't imagine what their beaks will look like.
the Florida state flag has a native woman with a child, and I just imagine her bending over now. And
like the ad on Schitt's Creek. Do you remember? Did you watch Schitt's Creek?
I didn't know.
There's an ad where it's like a brother and sister, and they're like getting water or something out of the river, but it looks like he's fucking his sister while she's has a bucket and a pail. It's a fun graphic. Anyway, I don't think she did it. I don't know.
Anthony, you don't think?
No, I don't think she did it.
The way
I do think she knows probably more than she let on, and certainly
You don't think she would have spilled those beans while behind bars? That's where I start
well,
to.
because the thing is, she wasn't in prison for that. Like, she was only in jail, prison, whatever the fucking one is, where you get more
Probably
than
jail.
a sandwich, right?
She was found innocent, so probably jail. She was probably
So she was
Because
on.
she was doing visits. She was getting visits from her parents. They
She
were
was on
coming in.
trial for 3 years, like
Yeah.
3.5 years, and then the trial was like a boatload of time.
The verdict was insane.
It was so long. Like, and so anyway, my point is, by the time they did find her guilty of like a few charges. Like, I think it was like neglect, lying to like
Totally.
the FBI, blah, blah, blah. It was time served, was her sentence.
Oh, true.
So she wasn't really, like, all the time she was there, she was,
it was like
still
hindering,
awaiting trial.
hindering an
Like,
investigation.
why would she give any information when she still thought she could get away with it? And her legal team was fucking nuts. So what's cool about it, though, is that, like, her family kind of kicked her out after she got out of prison. She didn't know where to go. And her legal team took her in, and she's been working for them for like the last 10,
She's a
12 years.
legal researcher.
Oh wow.
Maybe
Yeah.
I did
Lives
see
in
that
exile.
I saw that as like an article. It was like Casey
Yeah.
Anthony is
So-
now working for a
so-
law team.
Yeah.
The dad-
And it's cute. She's like so into it.
Hey, I'm a fan of girl bosses, dude.
I like her.
And
she got offered a gig, like an ad with Playboy, like right after she got out of jail.
it's hard to
and
be a
turned
girl
it
boss if you
down.
got a kid. That's where the career
Yeah.
came in. Is
Yeah.
you could.
And she's still hot. Don't you think we watched
yeah,
it?
she's
She
good.
is.
She's pretty hot.
I
Like,
do think out of all of the female killers, because there's a list of them, she's probably the best looking.
but
yes.
I don't think she's a killer.
Female-
But if it's even attempted killers, then yes.
I guess
Infamous
zeitgeist.
females, she's the hottest. Is she as hot as half the teachers in Florida that fuck their students?
I don't know if
No.
hottest. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will
real heroes.
summarize the docuseries.
Teachers.
The biased from the Anthony perspective docuseries.
Middle
It starts by letting you know that the father is a deadbeat private eye, retired, or he's like a kind of disgraced detective, moves to Florida, never picks up any gigs. He's a freelancer, lives off his wife, and according
Just got hired to go down to the Bahamas.
yes,
Yeah.
Dude, how crazy would
The
that be?
only time he works is things he can't talk about.
and according to Casey, he was molesting her.
Totally. I remember that
Yeah.
her
from...
whole life.
Her whole
yeah.
life, and like he
things that
stopped.
I've
He
seen, yeah.
stopped
Yeah.
when she was like 14, and her brother started almost immediately after her father stopped.
Yeah.
So her father's this like retired, like investigator turned PI. He kind of fucking cleans it up for the cameras and kind of works with the detectives and kind of gets in on the investigation and is almost kind of like helping with the investigation.
Yeah, because I remember him in
Yeah.
his... It's like
on
the mom
televised. Yeah, like he was
being
his,
involved, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So then a lot of stuff kind of starts to come out. The way it kind of gives you the information is they interviewed all of her friends and family who turned her back on her, and they kind of asked them all the same set of questions. And you kind of get the first set of questions in episode 1, and by the end of episode 6,
I think it's 3. I think it's just the 3 part.
3. I'm sorry, 3. I was thinking
Yeah,
6.
yeah, I think it's 3. Because I think it's like
Are
the
there
past,
Are
the
they 2
present.
hours?
Yeah, they're
who
long.
knows?
It's annoying.
But so
It's just as annoying to watch it as it is to listen to us explain it. I promise. I promise.
I hate
So-
that... I mean, you're cutting out all the nonsense filler, at least.
By the end, we learn that like her father probably raped her whole life. He was fucking a woman. He was having an affair while he was part of he kind of was getting like pussy in the search party for
From the
Kaylee
fame and, like,
Anthony.
the celebrity.
Yeah.
He was like
he was
like
bending chicks over the leaf pile.
he was like
to look
Will
for
Ferrell
bodies.
on Wedding Crashers. Like, no joke. Like,
shit.
fucking taking this, like, fucking, I'm searching for my granddaughter. So then he does, the eulogy he does for his granddaughter at her funeral is televised, and they show it in the final episode. And he is not even really talking about his granddaughter so much as he's talking about children.
And he
goes,
graphically is
he
describing
says,
things.
I miss my little girl. You know, there's nothing like the smell of a child's hair after they've been playing
that
in
was
the
Biden.
grass. Yeah, no, honestly, it's like him sniffing the little girl in the fucking.
Wow.
And he's like, I love the smell of children. It's like really sick shit that
Yeah.
if they played in 2020, if they played after your boy Q dropped all his
Totally.
shit out, the now woke Q society would be like, that guy fucked his daughter.
Yeah.
But so they show that to all of her friends and family who kind of turn their backs on her, and all of them at the end are like speechless,
Yeah.
like, ooh.
I guess we didn't see it in this context.
Yeah. And so, again, super
Wow.
biased, kind of
Yeah.
done, I think, by the people who helped her get free and shit. You know what I mean? But that is.
Was when he
It's
was
interesting.
explaining, dude, just like, have we like examined this film, see if he's like rock hard during it?
Dude, I was rock hard during it. How was he not? You know what I mean? It's like,
You could barely even see the body.
I was
from
about to
the
go play in the
angle,
grass.
you know?
I was getting wild. I was
What do children smell
Yeah.
like?
just fucking.
He's like, I'm getting up early tomorrow to catch the bus before kindergarten. See if I can get a whiff of them.
Dude, I'm a campus monitor now at my local.
The new baby smell as the car scent in your car.
God. That's so funny. Anyway, I think I am successfully starting a Casey Anthony call because, like, that great work.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, I want to hear you defend her. And then he was like, no, babe, just sit down. I got this.
Is
So-
there any proof that her dad did it? Besides, I mean, all that for sure.
A little bit. There's the way that her brother recalled the way that. So what happened is he came in the house while she was asleep and was like, "Shut the fuck up! Don't make fun of me." It is riveting.
How many times has that word been used on this podcast? Is this
Probably
the
never.
first?
I might.
Dude, this is trailer Epstein.
It's
This is
riveting.
this is my people's Epstein, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
He loves all things Florida.
He wakes
My man, dude.
He wakes Casey up in the middle of the night and says, "Where's Kaylee?" And she's like, "What do you mean, where's Kaylee? She's sleeping right next to me." And he goes, "Where's Kaylee?" And he goes, "I'll be right back." And he brings her in soaking wet wrapped in a towel, but like. And he's like, and he tells her he's gonna take her to the hospital.
But he also tells her that he found Kaylee in the pool.
In the pool, which it's like a white trash pool above ground, has a ladder. The ladder's not even out.
I partied in a lot of those.
Yeah.
Oh, I grew up with one of those.
Kaylee has this.
I skinny dipped with
Casey
lots
has
of fellas.
Casey has this crazy repressed memory about when she used to resist her father, he would strangle her unconscious and finish. So what she kind of thinks is, this gets dark, sorry. Yeah. What she thinks is that he probably strangled Kaylee out to finish because she was resisting the way he used to do with her, and then threw her in the pool to say she was drowned. Then he wraps her up in this blanket, tapes her hands and her feet in the blanket, wraps a bunch of tape around this blanket, tosses it in the trunk of a car, parks it out in a swamp.
Yeah, yeah.
And the brother, who tries to stay away from it, like, because, you know, this guy is, like, getting outed as, like, a fucking incester, too, you know what I mean?
Totally.
But he has this, like, weird repressed memory, too, that he remembers about how the dad, when the family...
You don't want to get brother tooed.
Yeah, brother tood. Dude,
no good.
Dude, you should save that as, like, a porn channel name. Dude, think about the intro you could have with it, the graphics.
Do we have any more on Kaylee? I feel like you had one.
Oh, yeah, it was just that, like, her brother kind of...
Does he have more?
Her brother kind of remembered that that when the family dog died, that's how he wrapped it in a blanket and taped it all up like that. And so there's like slight memory of the father disposing of a body, an animal's body, the same way that Kaylee was found in the trunk of that car. So
there's no like definitive, I don't think.
And there was the quote from Kaylee, right? Mm-hmm. Beforehand. She had said, you know, I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Kaylee said that?
Kaylee?
Anthony? She was like, I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I smoked a little too much. I get the joke now, and it's really good.
I get it now too.
But it fucking skimmed right above me.
Way too many words for a 3-year-old. She did not say that.
Kaylee Anthony.
I know that she did not.
That's how
Every clip was her going, nah. Like, now she can say a phrase.
That's how Florida she is. Her first words are a Kenny Chesney song.
It's on the way out. It's very hold my beer style.
Yeah. Just a video of her on a VHS doing Kenny Chesney karaoke.
Hi, I'm Kaylee Anthony. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. This is the trunk.
Oh my God.
Welcome to Jackass.
Honestly, that meme fucking 10 years ago would have been hated, but used.
Yeah. You would have gotten famous off that meme.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Hey, most of my good jokes are about 12 years old.
Yeah. That's when they're their tightest, you know?
Hey,
older and wiser. It's just that joke's wiser. That's all. That joke has already failed. And what, you know, that joke has, you know, destroyed, you know, lost a career. That joke is, you know.
Someone who's 20 years old wouldn't fuck with that joke.
No.
But it holds up.
Yeah.
For what it is. For what she is.